Australian Four-Wheel Drive Action Magazine brings you Camper Trailer Touring Magazine, a specialised magazine for those interested in taking their camper trailer to great weekend destinations, as well as some of Australia's most iconic locations. Featuring 5 full camper trailer reviews in each issue, tips and techniques, do-it-yourself and technical stories, product reviews, tests and comparos, and what to look for when it comes to buying your camper trailer. This is camper trailer info you can't get anywhere else. And on top of that, you'll meet real camper trailer owners and get their no-bull honest opinion. And because Camper Trailer Touring Magazine is the only camper trailer magazine written by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, it's got to be your Bible when it comes to camper trailer touring. Get into it.
Hi, my name is Locko and this is my 96 ZJ Grand Cherokee. I picked it up second hand at a dealership as a trade-in. I traded in a TJ Wrangler I previously owned, and then got working on it to turn it into what it is today. First thing I did when I bought the car was rip around straight to Bob Jane and put a set of mags and mutters on it, and then that's the start of it. Previously, when I first bought the car, I had an alloy ECB bull bar. That had to go, so had an old MQ bull bar sitting around at a mate's place. He cut the centre out, put the tube sides on it, and now it houses a T-Max winch with a set of rectangle Night Stalkers and UHF aerial. Got a set of custom sliders I made up at home, just 2-inch heavy walled mild steel pipe. Had a back plastic bumper on it, obviously from factory, but I kept ripping it off out of really steep departure angles, so it had to go. Just knocked up this tube rear bar, it saved the car quite a lot, and also incorporated the Hayman Reese tow bar on the rear so I can still use it for towing my trailer. The motor is just your standard 4-litre straight 6 with a throttle body spacer and K&N high flow air cleaner and pod. Apart from that, it's just got a high flow water pump and steel radiator. After that, I've got the 4-speed auto, which has got a shift kit through it and a large auto cool at the front with a temp gauge on it to keep an eye on it when it starts working through the sand and whatnot. And then that flows into a NP231 transfer case out of a TJ Wrangler. Yeah, the transfer case was a relatively easy conversion. It was 8 bolts and it was in, plus a slip yoke eliminator kit I installed in the TJ. Yeah, it's a very straightforward swap out using all the factory mounts still. Off that, I've got custom front and rear tail shafts, both with double cardinal joints in them, so I can get under extreme flex, I'm not going to get uni-bind, with Hilux 10-inch slippers in the yokes, so the shafts can travel right out without dropping out on me. Front diff's a Dana 30 front end. Standard they run CVs. I removed the CVs and put the heavier U-joint axles out of a TJ in the front end of it. And I also put 456 diff gears from Yukon in the front end and also an ARB air locker. The rear diffs are the Dana 35. Come standard these, they're notorious for snapping axles and being a weak diff. So being a C-clip semi-floating setup, I didn't like the idea of snapping an axle on the wheel coming off and not getting home, so I bought a worn full floating axle setup. So now if I do have the unfortunate tendency of snapping axles, just in case of sliding out and just driving home on the rear locker, which is also fitted with 456 diff gears. Now it runs 33s and turns them like no tomorrow. I really love it. It's a totally different car to drive. The suspension standard is a short arm kit. Got a custom made long arm kit with a 3-link rear A-frame rear end, and front end's also now 3-link as well. And yeah, it works really good with 5-inch custom made coils from Dobson's and ARB long travel shockies. And also up the front to stop it from wobbling around is a Rancho steering dampener. Yeah, when I first put the lift into the Jeep, being such a big lift and The control arms are very short and a Jeep standard, so I had severe control arm angles on the front and rear of my car, which would give it a lot of rear steer. Times that you didn't want it, and just a very harsh ride and poor handling, so the only option was to go for a long arm kit, and that restored all the handling back to the car, with giving it great travel. Along with that, I started bashing guards around, so the next step was to cut and roll guards and extend my bump stops, obviously. But the setup works brilliantly off-road now, and I've got my handling back, which is great. Originally the car came with 30-inch tyres. I changed these to VF Goodrich mud trains, 30-30 V15s by 10.5s. Got rid of the alloy factory mags and went to a 15 by 8 steel black rim. The main benefit for owning a four-wheel drive for me is getting out on the weekend or wherever it is and doing things, and instead of driving around town, at least get out in the bush and mingle with other four-wheel drivers and have a crack at things you would never think you'd drive up. I got into the four-wheel driving scene mainly for the socialising side and get amongst it with mates and friends. I've done a few trips up, mainly up north through the Daintree, and mainly just a lot of local camping trips around here for the weekend. Last year I got down to the Jeep Jamboree and put it through its paces and had a great time down there. Probably future mods for the Heap is now I've got my bump stops length sorted out, I'll probably go to hydraulic bump stops eventually. As for the engine and future swaps for the engine, I'm pretty happy with a straight 6.4 litre. It gets on the rev limiter pretty quick and it's got all the power I need with the reliability, so yeah, it's a good old donk, I'll be leaving it in. The reason I purchased the Jeep is I just wanted something different towards the Cruiser or the Patrol. Both great cars, but I just wanted something different to stand out from the crowd, so this is the option I come up with. Front and rear live axles, coil sprungs, big stink underneath the bonnet. I thought, why not?
G'day, I'm Wayne Thomas, owner of Mungali 4-Wheel Drive. The Mungali team specialise in guiding people safely to some of the best 4-wheel drive destinations in Australia, like the Cape, the Kimberleys, Arnhem Land, Simpson Desert, and heaps more.